So we'll start by looking at your goals. So what are the goals you want to achieve? For strategy, we always work from the end backwards. What do you want to achieve? Every post you make is trying to achieve a goal, right? So you are creating posts, you are creating content, no matter the type of business you are, big business, small business, medium scale business, no matter the type of business that you are always creating content. Whatever you say is content. So you post something, it's content. People will interpret it the way they will interpret and have an image of you. So what do you want to achieve with every post that you're making, every post that you put out? How many of you saw the content? There was a video that one of these comedians did for a company. I don't want to mention the company, I don't want to mention the comedian. But at the end of the day, I think they were into oil and gas. By the end of the day, the company said they do not agree with the type of content, but they had posted it. So they were doing all they could to take themselves away from that, oh, that is not who they are not that, even though they created content. How many of you saw that post? Did anybody see the post? Just yes or no? You didn't? Okay, fine. All right, fine. So many people didn't see it. But what happens is, for many people, right, they do not understand the impact of posting content. Okay, no, okay. They don't understand the impact of posting content that doesn't make sense. All right. So as much as you can, as much as possible, you need to always post content that makes sense. It has to be something that agrees with your brand, agrees with your audience, agrees with the people you want to attract. If not, you will lose those people and you probably lose your brand. There's something we call brand erosion, right? So consistently doing wrong things can erode your brand, and in the end, your brand will have no value. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So what are the goals you want to achieve? You need to be clear. I want people to follow me. I want people to like the post. I want people to buy the market. I want people to buy the product. I want people to follow the influencer. I want people to watch our movie, watch our video. I want people to interact with our content. I want people to click the link. Whatever. That is the background that you always want to bring in. All right, when you are creating your content. So you need to be clear on the objective. You need to be clear on the goals. What are the goals you want to achieve? Okay. Once you are clear on that, you draw a plan to achieve the goals. So if I'm going to say I want people to buy something, first I need to show them what the thing is. All right. Secondly, I need to create the content in a way that we attract the people I want to see that thing. So do I want to create a video? Do I want to create an image? I need to do all of that. I need to decide which one will work for the people I want to attract. Okay. I also need to think about the platform. All right. What platform are the audiences I want to attract? Your Facebook has an older audience. TikTok has a very young audience. So you want to attract a very young audience, you are looking at TikTok. You want to attract a old matured audience, you're looking at WhatsApp and Facebook. That's where most of them are. Okay. You want to attract an audience that can pay you pretty well. That okay, so they have the money. We don't know, but we can also determine that from platforms. For example, people on YouTube spend a lot to have YouTube. So they spend good money for data. All right? Good money for data to consume YouTube. So the tendency for them to have money is there. So people who want money, what do? They go to YouTube. Do you understand? So they run platforms or they post whatever they want to post on YouTube because that's where you get. That's why you see many real estate people on YouTube. How many real estate adverts have you seen on TikTok? Because TikTok folks usually don't have the old money of the YouTube people. Do you understand what I mean? So the platform, the words, the way you write it, everything is determined first by who you want to reach. So who's your target audience? That determines the platform you use. That determines the way you create the content. I hope we've been able to deal with that. Do you have any questions? No. All right. So then I'm just going to look quickly at content creation. Now, we already know where the audience is. We already know the audience we want to reach. We already know what they are interested in. Now, the beauty of social media is you can recreate that. So let's say you notice that your competition created a type of content that did very well. You can recreate something similar, all right, and attract the same audience. Okay, so in content creation, your work is creating the content that will attract the audience that you want to attract. Okay, creating the content that will attract the audience that you want to attract. But now, where the difference is you also have to think of the best way to deliver it. All right, the best way to deliver it. If they're on Facebook, the way to deliver on Facebook is not the same way to deliver on YouTube. YouTube, for example, is a no text platform. Facebook is a text and picture and video platform. Twitter is a text and video and image platform. But YouTube is basically video. So the audience you want to reach, where are they? How do they consume the content? You understand? All of that will now determine your content creation, where you are creating and how you are creating. And then the platforms also determine the way you optimize. Let me give you another example. Instagram pushes Reels way more than they push any other content. They push Instagram Reels way more than they push any other content. So if you now say, okay, yes, Instagram pushes Reels, but I'm not interested in Reels. I want to be posting just images. Yes, you'll be posting images. Yes, a few people will see it. But if you had posted Reels, you would have done better with your content creation time than you will be doing with just posting images. Do you understand? So optimization and deciding what to do also depends on platform. Okay? YouTube pushes YouTube Shorts way more than they push regular YouTube content. It is crazy. If you put a YouTube short now, the way your YouTube short will perform, it will perform as if you added gasoline to fire. Like it's just boom, as if you added petrol to fire. It will just blow up. All right. Meanwhile, you would have posted a very good video based on something you thought and all, and it won't even get one view like this. Why? Because they are actively pushing short. Now, the reason why they're actively pushing short is because of the competition with TikTok. So that's discussion for another day. But the idea is on every platform, you must know what they are pushing and you must know how to take advantage of it. Okay? Instagram, they're pushing Reels. Facebook, they're pushing Reels. TikTok, they are doing their normal short content. It's going crazy. YouTube, they are pushing shorts. Okay? So content creation is not just, oh, I've created the content. Oh, okay? It's also that content that you created. Is it in the place where the audience is? Is it for a younger audience? Yes. Where are they? TikTok. Have you posted it on TikTok? No. Why? The content will not be optimized for the audience. Crap. Is it content for people who have particular amount of money to spend, good money to spend? Okay. Where are they? YouTube. Have you posted on YouTube? Yes or no? Those are the things you have to start looking at. All right. So many people just think I've created the content, I've posted it, and that's all. I've created the content. I have to post it in the right place. I have to do it well. All right. That's what optimization is all about. So those are things we will get into when we get into the practical part. Okay. Now, how does AI improve your content creation? So let's look at a particular, how many of us know, everybody knows ChatGPT, sorry, I can't be asking that question. Everybody knows ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT, right, the beauty of ChatGPT is, it is not just a tool to ask questions, it's also a tool, as I said earlier, to analyze things. Okay, so you can ask ChatGPT to analyze your competition. Now, in content creation, sometimes you might not know what to create. All right, you might not know what to create. So you can ask ChatGPT. Having ideas on what to do can be a major problem for brands. And so for us, it's one of the fastest ways that we use to shorten time. So when people are thinking of what do we do, what do we do, what do we do, what do we do, we're already creating. Why? ChatGPT. Simple thing. Tell ChatGPT what you do, who you are. Tell ChatGPT the platform you want to create on. Tell ChatGPT the problem you want the post to solve or the content to solve, right? If possible, tell it whether you want images or videos, whatever. Once you tell ChatGPT that, it will create content for you around that area and can even expand it to do a 30-day content plan. Now, for us, when I tell my team, okay, I run a social media agency, I run a business and healthcare social media agency. So part of what we do is creating content for brands. Okay. So sometimes when you tell your team, think about this idea, sit down, work on this, and let's see what you can come up with. Some of them can spend the whole day thinking about it. You can spend the whole week thinking about it. When we get into strategy sessions and we are talking and throwing ideas, there are some ideas that will be so stupid, you'll be like, nah, this is crap. All right. And we'll sit down and talk and sit down and gist and plan. Sometimes when we plan like 6 months content, some of it will just be stupid and crazy, but we just try to do all of that. But with your AI, it can be shorter. Okay. You can get those ideas, knock out useless ones, and just have short, straight to the point ideas that you can just simply work on and deliver on it very, very fast. So it really shortens our time. And that is one of the reasons why we feel or we teach it to businesses so that they can keep using it for any type of thing. Seriously, any type of thing. It shortens your time. You just need to tell it what you want it to do, and it will do it. And it will provide the ideas. Now, the ideas, when they come to you, it's now your own work to break them down in a way that it agrees with your brand, it agrees with the audience you're trying to speak to, and it agrees with the environment where you are. Many people have said ChatGPT is going to steal jobs, it's going to take jobs. It will only take jobs from people who are not creative. If you are creative, it can't take your job because ChatGPT is only as good as the person keying in the prompts. The messages that are being put there, ChatGPT is only as good as that person. If that person is not delivering, okay, if that person is not delivering anything, it will be difficult for ChatGPT to produce anything. So it is basically garbage in, garbage out. It's just like your computer, it's just like internet. Whatever question you are asking, garbage in, garbage out. You want to deliver more, ask ChatGPT to deliver more. Make sure you are crafting specifics to it. Okay, you can even tell it to analyze competition. So your competition has a post that is doing very well. ChatGPT can analyze that post for you and say, okay, this post, this is why it did well. Okay, this is why it did well. Oh, the image was fantastic. It did very well. Oh, it was not the image, it was the video. This video was good. This video was a video that they had done 1957 and it was an awesome video and it's doing well. Oh, it was not the video, it was the call to action. All right, the call to action was fantastic. It just helps you analyze things, makes things really fast for you. You can analyze a post and find out what were the advantages of the post. What makes one post work and another post not work? What makes one post, deliver well and another post not deliver? All those analyses can be done for you with AI. And if AI does that, you can just recreate based on the findings of the analysis. So pick any post. We'll try that when we get to practicals, but all those are part of the things that we're going to look at when we move further. Now, I was also supposed to talk about retention and community building here. Okay, so a major part of social media is community building. Let us remember, how many of you followed the US elections? Who followed the US election? How many of you followed the US elections? Okay, fine. Now, in the US elections, okay, the US, okay, yes, you followed the US elections. Okay, awesome. Now, in the US elections, awesome, thank you very much. One of the major things that made Trump very successful was his community. That guy was an awesome community builder. So you can build community physically. You come for meetings, everybody talks, we gist, we get to know each other personally and all of that, right? And you can build communities online. Social media provides for that community. Now, social media provides that because it can, you have that feedback. So when two people talk all the time, they're talking to each other, they're discussing, they're having a good time, relationships build. Okay, if they're quarreling all the time, fighting all the time, they begin to go apart. But once there's harmony and they're gisting and it's nice all the time, relationships build. It's the same way online. You are talking, you are gisting, you're building a community. All right. So you've heard of somebody that says, "Oh, I met my wife online. I sent her a message and she spoke to me. She sent me a picture, I sent her a picture, and we've been chatting, and now we are married." That community that's social media builds between a man and a woman is the same community that social media builds between individuals. Okay, it's just the same community. All right. So somebody is asking a question, you are responding. Somebody is saying, "Okay, how do we do this?" And you are saying, "Oh, this is how to do it." Somebody is saying, "Oh, okay, please, can you show me this? Can you tell me this?" And you're saying, "Okay, this is the way to do it. This is how it is." All those little things that you are doing is building the community. So, what way should you be building communities? Interactions. Many people on their pages find it difficult to build communities. Why? Because they do not interact. So, are you interacting with the audience? Are you engaging with the audience? Are you liking their posts? Are you commenting on their posts? Are you following them back? Are you responding to comments they've made? All right. All those tiny, tiny things that you do are things that build a community. Okay. And one of the major things that businesses should learn is community building. Okay, and that is why, apart from a social media manager or a social media poster, you need a social media strategist that can draw up a social media strategy plan for you, and you need a community manager that can engage with the community. The minute somebody is engaging with them and responding to them, you are building and you are growing. Okay, so community building is an essential part of it. It is easier to sell to a community than to sell to fresh people. Okay, you will find that it is way cheaper to sell to somebody who already knows you than somebody who doesn't. So if you have a community and you are selling to them, they already know you. Okay, for example, now we are in a community together, we're in the emerging entrepreneurs community, and we are growing, we're getting to know each other, we're talking there, we're meeting people. Right now, if you see me on the way, you recognize me and say, "Oh, that's Oracle." It's easy because and you can't just even if you come and you say hi and introducing yourself, I won't be like, "Okay, who is this one?" Because there is that thing already. That's the beauty of the community. It becomes easy. Okay, for example, I remember my earlier years when I was doing when I was growing my platform, my earlier years. I see people outside, I'll be like, "Ah, Oracle." And I'll be like, "Ah, how do they know me?" It's because they knew me from social media. Okay, or one event or one place where I taught or I trained or something. So they knew me from there. So it becomes easy to grow an offline base when you have an online base. Okay, and your online base can be all over the world, rooting for you all over the world. Okay, you do not even need to be where they are. They can be anywhere. As long as they can connect with you, believe in you, or right, they agree with what you are saying, you'll be fine. Okay, so there is something we call KLT. All right, I'll just talk about that briefly. It's one of the major things that enables you to sell well, to convert well, and to build that community we're talking about. KLT stands for know, like, and trust. If people know you, right, it's good. If they like you, they will listen to you. But if they trust you, they will buy from you. People do not buy from people they just know, or they don't buy from people they just like. They buy from people they trust. The trust is, this thing I'm buying, I trust that it will do what you have said that it will do. Because you have said this, all right, and I trust you, I will pay you. All right, it's just like marriage. A woman will not marry a man she doesn't trust. Or is there a woman here? Or women, let me ask the women. Women, will you marry a man you don't trust?
Hmm.
right? A woman will never marry a man she doesn't trust. Okay, so if a woman is not marrying a man that she doesn't trust, it's just the same thing. A seller will not, sorry, a buyer will never buy from a seller they do not trust. So the number one factor there is trust. How do you get trust? Talking to the people, engaging, showing proof that what you are doing actually works, showing proof that everything that you have said about all of this actually works. Okay, that is the way you get trust. Okay, so what's left? I was going to mention a few AI tools, but I've mentioned ChatGPT. Let me mention Canva, right? Canva is another fantastic tool that I think many people are not using. Okay, Canva, it's beautiful, easy. It's not like Photoshop and all the rest, but it's easy to use and all. And it has an AI that can help you in generating the images. Just type like ChatGPT and it brings it out. Okay, it brings it out. But in all, I still feel that the most versatile tool, the most versatile AI tool remains ChatGPT, because for your images, for your videos, for your analysis, for your graphs, whatever it is, ChatGPT can do that. For some of the, ChatGPT has like two major plans. It can show you videos, images if you are paying for the plus plan. It can't do that if you're paying, if you just have the regular plan. But if you just have the regular plan, it can describe the video and the image for you, and you can take that description to Canva, and Canva can now create the video or the image based on what ChatGPT gave you. All right. So there are a few other tools that we use, like the light is back. They brought light to these people. There are a few other tools that we use, like free. That was that thing. Free Peak. Is it free? Hold on, let me check again. I can't remember the name. Free Peak, like free. Yes, Free Peak, free PIC. All right. That one is very, very good with images. Okay. Generate images, awesome. Just like Canva too, but it's the images many times can be really awesome. All right. Microsoft Copilot is another fantastic tool for image generation. A lot of, if you create content a lot, if you notice all those African folk tales videos that you see online, African folk tales, stories from Africa, and all that, many of those images were created using Microsoft Copilot. Okay, so Microsoft Copilot is pretty good too. Microsoft Copilot, Free Peak, Free PIK. I mentioned Canva already. Then which other tool am I going to mention? There is this tool called Jasper. Jasper is also very good. All right, you would love it. But these are tools you need to try out so that you will understand some of the things that I'm talking about, right? For customer interactions, right? You can set up with tools like ManyChat. You can set up with tools like I can't remember any other one now, but let me just do it on ManyChat. What ManyChat does is you can pre-arrange words or things that people can say and arrange it in your Instagram, for example. And Instagram has an automatic way to respond. So people say things and to respond with those questions you have already provided answers to. But adding ManyChat to it makes it more interactive. ManyChat can on its own think around these things based on what you have fed it and how you have programmed it. So ManyChat is a tool to help you. So somebody sends you a message and you're unavailable. ManyChat can be doing the interaction, can be doing the engagement while you're waiting. So it's a type of chatbot, but it's a pretty smart chatbot. Okay, it's a pretty smart chatbot that can help you. So ManyChat. There are other things that you can use, like if you create tools for, let's say you do all these budget sheets or you do Excel sheets and all that. There are so many AIs that can do that. There's Slides AI. There's this other Google AI that does all of that. Even ChatGPT does. All right, it will create it for you in the Google Sheets. So it reduces. Okay, let me give you a secret. I hate it. I hate doing reporting. So we run a campaign and I need to report on how the campaign performed. I hate creating those graphs. I hate doing all those things. So do you know my secret? My secret is ChatGPT. I just take the results from the campaign that we run. How much I spent, how many leads we got, how much sales we made, how many names we have, the names, the number of names, emails, whatever it is that we did that we got. Okay, how many views did we have? What reach did it get to? The number of people, number of conversions, all of that. You see all those things. I'll just take all those figures, put it in ChatGPT and say, create a graph. Sorry, create a what do they call it now? A Google sheet, or create an Excel sheet. Give me all these figures in their different columns, and it will just arrange all of that. Okay, then I can now tell it, based on these figures I've given you, calculate return on investments, calculate click cost per click, calculate all of that. I just provide all of that, and he just calculates everything. All right, exactly, it can, yes, and it just calculates everything. Okay, and I don't stress myself. And when I give those presentations now, so I remember one company we're working with, it was always a hell. Every time they ask me, it's always wahala. But when ChatGPT came and I started doing, the guy now said, you now give me Excel sheets without my asking. I said, well, is it not nice? The truth was, ChatGPT was the one helping me. Okay, I hate it. I hate those things. I hate all those reports. But this was me now doing those reports very well. Okay, and there was a staff of mine. She used to be very, very terrible with content creation. When I say divine, let's say this week is first week, and I say design something like this, like this, like this. Whenever she comes back, I always wonder if she was listening to me. Is it basic, ChatGPT, or paid? It is both basic and paid. Both basic and paid. The paid is, higher, smarter, and can do more things and provide you images and video and all of that. But the one that is not paid can analyze too and provide those graphs and all without actually without actually providing images per se, but it can provide those arrangements in graphs and sheets. It can do that. It's the free one, yes. Which one is that one? ChatGPT Mini. I think that's what it's called. Abi? There's one that say 40 and Mini. I'm not sure which is which, but one is paid and one is free. Okay, and it can help you do all of this. And even the paid one, right? They give you a particular number of minutes for the paid one per day. Once you've exceeded your minutes, you have to wait 5 hours for that paid one to renew before you can use it again. So you actually even have access to the paid one. Okay, but it just gives you like 5 minutes. Sorry, it gives you like if you finish using it, it needs to renew like 5 hours time. In 5 hours time, you renew and you can use it again. Okay, so that's the beauty of this thing. So I use it to do tasks that I hate. Any task I hate, ChatGPT does it. Any task I hate, ChatGPT does it. I'm free. Okay, that's just the way I do it. So we do things faster. I prepared a presentation document. Presentation documents that we probably would have analyzed 70 companies. Okay, analyzed 70 companies, their normal online, structure, and analyzed their social media handle. Okay, 70 companies, and I was able to do that and provide a document to answer all the questions that the guys were asking in 3 days. How was I able to do that? ChatGPT. Even got to a point, ChatGPT was angry. It was like, guy, I'm tired. I need to rest. I'm like, Benny, you have to work. And I will keep putting pressure and putting pressure and putting pressure until it delivers. Okay. So it's a whole, it saves you time. Something that would have taken me like 1 week to do, I was delivering in 3 days. And it made them feel this guy is very efficient. ChatGPT, my secret. Okay, my secret. All right. So when using those tools, all right, I've given you most of the tools that we use. You can take. Okay, sometimes I might not know what to. There is no time. Okay, you might just hear of a deal. All right, there's a business deal that we need to make a pitch for. This is the company. This is what the company does. This is what they're interested in. Okay, you understand what you need to do. ChatGPT can make it faster. All right. I have done a pitch. I was going to pitch for something. And okay, no, sorry, it wasn't me. There was a colleague of mine that was going to pitch for something. And she was struggling with it. All those things. I just took everything, all the details that she had, what they wanted, I took it. What the herself as in her own story and how her pitch was going to fit into that thing, her own unique things and all. I just put them together. I just told ChatGPT, this is the company we are pitching for. These are the things that they want. This is us. These are the things that we have. I'll align what we have and what we can do to what they are looking for. Find a way to align both of them together. All right. Now, ChatGPT did that. And ChatGPT is Oyibo. So a lot of the things that they do is Oyibo based, right? You can tell it to do Nigerian based for you, but it's not very good in Nigerian stuff. They need to train it with more Nigerian stuff. Okay. ChatGPT needs to come here, chop cola, drink palm wine, wear our beads and all, so that it will understand our culture. ChatGPT never understand Nigerian culture yet, so it's still doing Oyibo things. So when that information comes, what we now do is we take that information and we now Nigerianize it. Okay, so the problem with many people is they just take, how do you prevent plagiarism when sorry. Oh, okay. Do me a favor, please hold your questions. I will take all the questions at the end of the day. I will take all the questions at the end of the day. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So when you get whatever ChatGPT is giving to you, your work has not ended. Your work has been shortened, but your work has not ended. Your work now is to write that thing to suit your brand, to suit the audience, okay, and to suit whatever purpose it is very well, because you have to read what it is doing very well. These AI things, some of them not to get sense. Okay, they will mess you up. Let me just give a quick example, quick, so you understand what I mean. If you create content with CapCut and you create content with InShot, you will AI detectors, yeah, you will find out that CapCut is not as intelligent as InShot. InShot is more intelligent than CapCut. You can put the audio and all, and you put it and tell them to interpret. In CapCut, we just be interpreting another spiritual thing from another realm. It's like his brain is somewhere. You only just get one or two things. Many of other things he will just misinterpret. But you see, InShot is smarter. Sometimes InShot looks at, yes, try them both. Sometimes InShot looks at what is being said and can, even though it doesn't hear what you are saying, it can guess the next word correctly. You see, CapCut. If you were talking in CapCut and you said CapCut will type blah, 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 blah there for you. It doesn't have time. It's not very intelligent. Okay, it is final. It is, there is more fun with CapCut when you are creating. Okay, but the AI is dumber than InShot AI. Yes, CapCut Zuzus. Yes, yes. All right. The AI in InShot is smarter than the AI in CapCut. So you have to always check whatever tool you are using. Always check. So you might see some videos, it will come out, and you'll be like, "What did they write here?" Probably CapCut that they used. To get sense like that. So try to understand. So apart from using the tools, you still have to correct them. Okay, you still have to correct them when they make mistakes. So I think I have dealt a lot with that. So let me just dive quickly into paid advertising. Now, paid advertising, when you create content, you can just leave the content organically on your page, right? But that content has to be optimized, as we've explained earlier. What do I mean by optimization? Making sure that the content delivers perfectly for the audience. Okay, if it's a young audience, you have to know the way they talk. Young folks and the way they talk of steez, they talk of I stand you, they talk of what's the other word? I've been learning a lot of young audience just let me remember what another one. Hey, I can't remember now. I will ask one of my team members and I'll probably send a lot to you. That guy is very good with all these young guys conversation things. You need that type of conversation. That is the way they feel. Okay, this guy understands us. Okay, calm. Thank you very much. So you need to understand all of this. All right. The talk of stew, everything goes stew. All right. Don't worry. Everything will just stew. Eh? Don't worry, my guy. I stand you. I don't know what they mean by all these things, but it's the word. You need to talk like that if that is the audience that you want. Demure. Thank you very much. Everything very demure. All righty. Yes. These are the things, right? You need the words to communicate. That is what we mean by optimization. So you can have the same content. I can optimize for an older audience. Take that same content, optimize for a younger audience. Take that same content, optimize for an audience in between. Pretty simple. All right. You just need to know the ways that they talk, and ChatGPT can help you. Take it, put it, tell them the age range. They will use the right words. All right. It will use the words to write it out. So all those things that I would have sat down, racking my head. Okay. We used to have what we call like overnight ideation times. We will spend the night together, myself and my team, look at a plan, sit down and start thinking of different ways we can deal with that plan. That doesn't work anymore. For the past 6 months, we have not held our usual all night. Why? ChatGPT has saved us. Put it there, we get ideas, we knock out, and we come to 5, 6, 7 ideas that we want to knock out. And boom, it does very well. Okay? ChatGPT, simple life. Okay? But we still work on the content in the end. Do you understand what I mean? You still work on the content in the end. Fine. So after optimization, your content can be delivered on whatever platform or wherever the audience is. But it is organic. So you are waiting for the platforms to now push it to the audience. So that can happen if you have posted on the right platform. That can happen if you have posted following whichever things that the platform is using to push. So if you are using shorts, it can work because the platform is using shorts to push. That is YouTube. On YouTube, shorts is the reigning thing. You post on shorts, it will work very well because the platform is pushing it. You use Instagram, you use Reels. You on Facebook, you are using Reels because that is what the platform is pushing. Do you understand? Now, that's organic, but you can add some money to it. That is now paid. Okay? Now, for paid platforms, almost all the platforms have paid parts. You pay some money and they push it to way more people, right? But in my analysis, I still think that Facebook has the best, in my opinion, the best advert delivery system. Facebook has the best advert delivery system. Okpayemi, is it possible for you to take note of all the questions so that when I'm done, I can attend to all of them, please? Now, Facebook has the best audience picking when it comes to ads management, in my opinion. All the other platforms are good, but nothing as good as Facebook. You know why? If you look at most people spend most of their time on either Facebook or Instagram. Facebook or Instagram. Or where? WhatsApp. Remember, Facebook owns all three. Facebook owns Facebook, Facebook owns Instagram, Facebook owns WhatsApp. Do you know the volume of data that they collect from these three platforms? So much data. They're collecting so much data from these three platforms. Now, this data that they are collecting, you will find out that they can provide data for Instagram on Facebook. They can provide data for Facebook on Instagram. They can provide data for WhatsApp, or on WhatsApp, give access to Facebook, and they can do all of that because they own all of this. Okay, so they provide some very deep insights that many of the other platforms do not have. So you can run ads on Facebook, you can run ads on Google and YouTube. But people don't really spend time on Google and YouTube. People just do what they want to search and go. A lot more time is spent on Facebook, Instagram, because that place has more amebo type of things. You see sharp amebo. Status. The child is even yellow and the man is black. Why is the child yellow? All those emojis that people used to have. Facebook has access to all those things because you guys are always there providing that information. All right. So it becomes very, very easy for Facebook to now say, if you want to run your advert, we can give you the best people. So Facebook is fantastic with that. So whatever thing you want to do, my advice is always try Facebook. Okay, try Facebook. It will always give you some really good stuff. Facebook also has something called the advert network. Okay, so it means that Facebook can run ads on platforms they do not own, but can reach. So if you use free tools like maybe you use free apps or you have all those games, free games and all, you notice that in between the games there are some adverts that happen. Those adverts you see there, many of them are coming from places like Facebook, right? So those things are in the advert network. So Facebook has that. Many other platforms do too, but Facebook, is really huge with the type of audience. Now, another thing is, if you also think of cost, Facebook is still one of the cheapest, right? LinkedIn is one of the most expensive. Google is expensive. Facebook is really cheap. You still have ads for $1 on Facebook. For YouTube and Google, you have to do at least $10 a day. Facebook, you can do $1 a day, and that comes to about 1,700, 1,800, depending on which aboki you're asking. All right. So, but with Facebook, you can still do that thing. So, for businesses, the idea is you have created your content has been optimized, you have put it on the proper platform to reach the audience that you want it to reach. It will probably do well, or maybe not. Okay. But whatever the idea, whatever happens to it, you have an idea of if you did well or you didn't do well. Let me explain what I mean by that grammar I just said. Now, how will I explain this now? How do I explain this? Okay, let me explain this way. If you make a post and the post does well, great. But you learn nothing from anything that does well. Do you understand? You only learn from things that have performed badly. So the question you should ask is, when your advert or your post does badly, what do you do? What you do is you learn. Okay, you learn. It's just simple like that. You learn from it. It's the beautiful thing about it. Okay, and so you learn. How do I learn? What was the problem with this post? Is it that we didn't post at the right time? Is it that when we posted it, people did not interact? Is it that we used a bad hook? Okay, one of the ways to make sure that your image or your photo, whatever you're posting, does really well is, you see, the very first thing people see, it has to be really attractive. So I'll share something really quick. Pictures of babies do better than pictures of women. Pictures of women do better than pictures of men. Pictures of men do better than inanimate objects. So you have a box and all things. A man's picture will do better than. So you see that graduation. Some things we do better than some. So you have to understand how to use those things first. All right. We were to manage a brand one time. So I did a brand analysis on that brand. When we did the brand analysis, we found out that they had great content, but they were not optimizing it. So you had a post of maybe like the president or Sanwo-Olu, the governor, or one top celebrity, but you don't put that picture first. You put another picture of your backyard or of your house or something else. You just put the pictures randomly. And when people are scrolling through, they just see the picture of your backyard. It doesn't mean anything. They just scroll past. Right? What people see is what attracts them. Remember what we said about marketing. Marketing is attention. So you must put the things that will get them attention. Celebrity pictures get more attention than your backyard. So please stop taking pictures of your backyard. Show us the celebrities. Okay? Do you get that? Show us the celebrities. When you post more of those, they get the attention, and then it becomes easy to push down the line. So The first 3 seconds of your post, image, video, whatever it is, has to be a fantastic hook. Has to be something hot and striking. I have to look at it and I'll be like, this was hot, or this was good. Like, let me see what they are saying for that. Then you now go down to see the other things. If the first one doesn't strike you, you don't go down. It's like you're looking through shops in Yaba and you are looking through and you've not seen anything that will strike you. You won't continue. All right. But when you're looking through, you just want to say, I've seen something there, let me go. That's what it is. That thing attracts you, and then you go in to see what they have. Okay, and that's the same thing with yeah. So if you want to know how bad a post does, the first thing comes down to what was your objective for that post. Right? Remember, we said that every post is attached to an objective when we started, and we said, you have to draw up some goals. What are the goals you want to reach? You want to reach people, you want people to watch your video, you want people to click on something, you want people to comment on something. What do you want them to do? That is the goal. Okay? Now, did you reach the goal? That will now tell you whether your post was effective or not. If you didn't reach the goal, if people didn't watch the video or see the image in the first place, they won't be able to click to buy whatever it is that you're selling or whatever you're putting. Okay? They need to first see and then be interested. Okay, let me share another thing. The class is really heavy, so I will only be able to share as much as I share within the time frame, and this is already to it. See, there is awareness, there is interest, there is decision, and there is action. So awareness is at the top, interest is in the middle, decision is here, action is here. People first need to be aware that you exist. Remember what I talked about KLT? They need to know that you are there. They need to be aware. They need to get interested. Okay? So it means that they are aware, and then to get interested, you must put something that is attracting them on the post. The first few things, first few pages, first few stuff has to be something interesting. For example, look at newspaper magazines. When they post things, they always write something outrageous on the front. Tinubu marries another wife. And everybody goes to buy the paper. Tinubu marries another wife. But they will not tell you that it's not the Tinubu you know. There is another Tinubu in a Kosodi market somewhere. All right? There's another Tinubu somewhere. They will never tell you. But you rush and you go and do it. Why? They have caught your attention, your 3 seconds attention. Okay? So hit it quick. All right? Hit it quick. Your headlines matter. Your images that you're putting there matter. All those things are the things that we attract the people. Generally, people will see images first before they see your headlines or whatever. So the image that you're using or the video you're using, like on Instagram, for example, the image you're using or the video you're using has to be striking. People have to see it and be like, and they go in further to see whatever it is that you're doing. So you need to get that know. You need to get that awareness part, then the interest part, then the decision part. Okay? You need to now move them from interest to deciding to buy from you or to work with you. Then finally, you now move them to actually taking the action. Okay? So the awareness has to be there. The interest and the decision has to be there. Okay? Then finally, provide a way for them to do it. Sometimes some people get the awareness part and get the interest part. People will read everything. So, oh, this shoe is awesome. I want this shoe. They are interested. Oh, it was the shoe that Sanwo-Olu wore, when he was traveling to Dubai. We're like, wow, I want to wear that shoe too. So awareness is there for them, or you are not saying reach me by DM or this is my WhatsApp, send a message here, nothing like that. So they'll be wondering how to reach you. They will comment, you will not respond to the comment. They will go to your DM and they will see, do not send DM. We do not respond to DMs. And they're like, and this one wants to sell market. Do you understand what I mean? So you have to get all these different levels in your marketing. Your content is there, but your content has to hit all these different levels to convert your viewer to what? To buyer. There are people that view and there are people that buy. There are consumers, your consumers view. There are customers, your customers buy. You need to have more customers to stay in business. If you keep doing viewers, except they are paying for the viewing, you won't make money. You just fold up one day. Okay? So you need to convert your viewers to what? To buyers. Do you understand?